Good morning. It is Friday the 10th, October, 6:56 in the morning. It is almost 7 a.m. here in Bogota. And I am going to make this video about yesterday was in SOFA 2025. SOFA is a sort of Comic-Con here in Bogota. We have a lot of events throughout the year, a lot of art related conventions and art shows, exhibitions. We love art here, and we really like to share and keep up to date and create these events so that people are active within the community and share their art. And anyone who's a student um, who may like to assist these events, well, they're there for anyone who welcomes to go. Okay, so yesterday, October, usually around this time, October 2025. October is the month when SOFA is open. Yesterday was day one. It's usually 3 or 4 days. Sometimes I think it's just two. No, it's usually 3 days, but I think this year it's going to be four. There was a lot of stuff there. There was stuff on movie making. There was a lot of movie prompts. They were showing how movies are created with miniatures and like movie magic type stuff. But what is that part called? Like set creation and prompt creation. So I thought that was interesting. This year was very important. There was I think there was like someone was talking about video game creation, but I didn't really sit through that. I wanted to, but I didn't have that much time. I wanted to see everything, and I missed out on that. It looked like it was very important. Video game creation, something I'm gonna be interested in the near future. But I saw they were talking about 3D engine creation, and I saw maybe the development of Doom and what was the other one? Wolfenstein 3D, which I know a little about. So maybe I didn't sit through that part. But then I was looking at the time, and then I really wanted. I just got there, and I was trying to get through everything, and well, I didn't sit through it, but I wish I had. And anyone who assists these conventions, these things are very useful. It's really good information. Okay, so we have SOFA 2025. There was a lot of other stuff. I didn't. There was two other areas I didn't visit. I saw a few. We're huge fans of here in. Oh, when I was younger, but I see now that there's a lot of what are those called? Board games. There's a lot of board games, but like those big board games like Warhammer and man, I haven't played these games in a long time. Well, there's D&D, but all these role playing and all these board games have their own section. There was a huge section on board games, and I saw some stuff, but I didn't really take the time to look. I was really interested in comics because I'm creating a comic book right now, and I'm taking that comic book course. So before yesterday, a few days ago, last week, I found two really great comic books, and I'm gonna show them right now. I was very fortunate to find this Judge Dredd. I'm really stoked that it was like a hidden gem. A used bookstore here near my house. It's called La Gran Manzana. They sell used records and used books, but in very good condition. Not perfect, but it's pretty good for being a Judge Dredd of, you know. I think this is Spanish. This is from Spain, but it's what is it? 2000 AD. So I'm really stoked that I found this, and it's in very good condition. I don't know how old this is. This is from the 80s, but this is a beautiful comic book. I was copying one of the police officers here. And it's got this really like element of dark graphic, like dark graphic art, like almost like it could be something that's underground, which I think it was. I'm not too familiar with 2000 AD. I know that Simon Beasley drew for 2000 AD, and well, I know it's an English comic book editor, publisher, and well, look at this. I was copying this officer. I can't see because it has that. There's this thing here. Oh, but that's why. Okay, well, let's leave it there. So there's I was copying this officer. So yeah, Judge Dredd is very. I don't know if you guys have seen the movie Judge Dredd with Sylvester Stallone. Really entertaining. Really. When it came out, it was really popular. I think I saw it here when I came to visit my cousins, and we went to go see Judge Dredd, and my cousin knew more about it because he's the comic book collector. He knows more about these underground publisher editing stuff, editors. So when we went to go see Judge Dredd, he was very happy. So I got a Judge Dredd comic book. It's my first Judge Dredd comic book. I'm very happy that I have it. I don't know. I think it's Ian Gibson, and he had an alias at this time. Anyways, yeah, no, I think it's Ian Gibson and who is this? Ron Smith. I'm not too familiar with Judge Dredd. I'm not too familiar with the creation of this, but I'm happy I found this. Okay, so that was the first gem I found. And I found this at the new Rocket Store comic book here. It's like a few blocks away from my house. Mike Mignola Hellboy in good condition. I know about Hellboy because of the movie, and I really got into the movie for a while. I was very entertained by it. I recently saw the other version of it, which I liked also. And then most recently, since I've taken that Trent Kanuga comic book course, he has a video on Mike Mignola art being one of his great influences. So then he started explaining, and I saw the video, and then I started looking at the art, and I really liked the simplicity of it, but it's very complex. I'm sorry if you can't see my face, but it's dark here in the morning. It's a very great day, which I'm very happy about because it rains. I love the rain. And anyways, it's very simplistic. It seems very simplistic structure, but overall it's very complex and very unique. The way he simplifies form, the way he uses line, and especially the high contrast shadows, which is it's almost like he's only using 2 or 3 tones of gray, which make it really easy to look at form. And when you try to explain painting to somebody and you're talking about values, the best way is to reduce the amount of tones. So yeah, this is a great comic book. I'm happy I found it. It's really cool story, and I really like the use of less tones. So it's very focused on being a cartoon, but it's also I think there's a part here it talks about Goya, which is a huge influence of mine. I think, what is it, like 2 or 3 of Goya's paintings are I can't name them because I don't know their names, but I think it's La Maga, one of this naked lady laying on a sofa or a bed. I would say it's one of my all-time favorite paintings. She's got black curly hair and she's got this beautiful body. Very, very classic painting, but it's very erotic, and it's well, as a male, I'm very drawn to it, and I love that painting. I think it's one of his masterpieces. There's also one, I think it's a giant. I think it's Goliath. No, I don't know if it's not Goliath. It's just like some huge monster eating his. I think it's a Greek mythology painting, based on Greek mythology. This giant eating his one of his sons. So basically, like tearing his head off. It's just like this huge giant. That would say that's my other favorite. And there's a dog painting. There's like this small dog painting, and I think that's the other one that I think are. There's also the. I'm not sure. It was like a Spanish Revolution. It's a very famous painting where this person is being executed. That's a very important painting, and I think it's another one of my favorites. And all of his etchings, Francisco de Goya. If you don't know who Francisco de Goya is, Francisco de Goya. I think this was about 20 years ago. About 10 years ago. 2015. No, a little more. Maybe like 15 years ago. No more. Maybe like 16 years ago. Exactly. I think it was a Spanish museum brought over Goya's etchings. So we had original Goya etchings here in Bogota, and I went to go see that. I went to go see that exhibition, and it was very inspiring. Goya's etchings are, especially if you're into comic books and you're into Mike Mignola, Francisco de Goya's. I think there's I don't know. There's a specific number, but there's also his black paintings, which are I think one of his last series of works. But more importantly, if you are a graphic artist and you don't know who Francisco de Goya is, or at least Francisco de Goya's etchings, those are another one. So these are my two gems before I found before yesterday. Excuse me, I'm drinking my coffee and I'm making the video. Let me see what else we have here. Okay, so I have a lot of stuff, so be patient with me. It's gonna be a very long video. Let's try to make a. No, I'm not gonna worry about that because then I won't be able to show you. I love these. I'm really into Dragon Slayer right now. I'm watching Dragon Slayer, and I think it's super inspiring. I think the story, obviously the graphic elements are out of this world, and the music and the action scenes, the action sequences of this animation is very. I'm trying to look for another word of impressive, but it's very impactful. It's very strong and very well made. So this is very interesting. This is Tijoro's forgot his name. I don't know their names, but this is she's the one that gets almost she gets bitten by one of the demons, and she was trying to turn into a demon, but her brother saved her brother, which is here. So this is basically an interpretation of Dragon Slayer. This isn't Dragon Slayer the original, but it's an interpretation. Some artist who really likes it. They made these prints. This is an original print of this artist. I don't know who he is. His name is Beba.com. Bebba.com. Oh, I really like this. It's very cartoonish, but it's very beautiful. I think it's great. It's got really cool line. It's got that manga, but it's distorted, and it's his own interpretation or hers. I don't know who exactly, but I really like this. This is very nice. I'm gonna try to have one or two framed. A Spider-Man from the same artist, Beba. I really like Spider-Man, and I really want to get this one. I don't know if you can see the line work is it's almost like that thing I was looking for Trent in Trent Kanyuga's work. I really like it's almost like street, but it's also it has something else. It's like cubism, like Picasso, like obviously comic book and manga, which is very inspiring. Yeah, Spider-Man. I got a Spider-Man. Let's see, and I got a Dajito. I don't know. I forgot his name, but wow, he's one of my favorite new superheroes or characters or people in the cartoon art thing. In Dragon Slayer, he goes through training, which is very interesting. He learns to become well. The story is, if you haven't seen Dragon Slayer, the beginning is that I think he's a merchant. He goes from town to town selling charcoal or something like that. Obviously, they live. This is Japanese. They live in the mountains, and they trying to stay warm. You have to have something to burn. I'm guessing the chimneys or ovens. I don't know. I don't know what they had or what it's called. Anyways, he goes from town to town. And the beginning of the story, he goes to a different town, and when he comes back home, his family is completely slaughtered by demons. And the only one who survived is his little sister. She's turning into a demon, but he tries to avoid this by well, you see this thing in her mouth, so she's biting down on it. So how do the demons stay alive? Basically, they eat human flesh and eat human blood. So that he doesn't bite her, so that she doesn't bite him. He's trying to avoid all this just throughout the story. And he finds a sensei or a master who shows him how the art of demon slaying, and it's this whole thing apparently, and he didn't know about it. And so now he's a demon slayer. He becomes basically a killer of demons. So he's one of my favorite new characters. He's got this. So this isn't the original Dragon Slayer, but it's very cool. It's a very cool interpretation. I think it's very interesting. I have a couple I have a Dragon Slayer book. So if you haven't seen Dragon Slayer and you are into comic books, I highly recommend Dragon Slayer. I don't know who is the creator of Dragon Slayer. Probably have to look it up. Anyway, so I went to go see the movie. I saw a couple of episodes, or like 2 or 3 episodes of Dragon Slayer, and then the movie came out, which is called the Infinite Castle. Something with Castle. I'm not really paying attention to the words or too much of the story. I'm really interested in the graphics and the action element, fighting scenes on this thing. I'm specifically looking for the fighting stuff in here. I also like the morality, and there's a lot of teachings here about the training part, the stuff on spirituality, and the very very cool stuff. I like Dragon Slayer. I think it's so I have a lot more stuff. I really like Dragon Slayer. Um, Here's another one. What is this? I think it's from the same artist, Beba, or it's from a street team with the same artist, Beba. Oh no, it is Beba. One of the corners got a little. It's okay. I'm gonna have one of these framed. Maybe this one's one of the big ones. It's one of the big ones. But it's Marvel characters, and he's just basically really really going for it on creating this really collage. It's like a collaged. I don't know. It's like a portrait collage of all the Marvel characters he could fit into one. You can see Deadpool, Venom. I don't know who that fox is. Captain Marvel, Captain America, Spider-Man, Wolverine, Thanos, Hulk. I don't know who these two are. I mean, I know who they are, but I don't know their names. So yeah, Iron Man. Interesting. I like it. I like it a lot. It really caught my eye because I'm trying to do that Creed sort of Creed thing. So let's put this here so that it doesn't get damaged. Let's see what else I bought this book here. This is an author here. I don't know if I think he's from Medellin, or I'm not sure. I'm not completely sure. But it's horror novel. Apparently, it's very scary and very good. So I'm gonna see. His name is Luis Luis Alberto Suescun. And he signed it for me, which was very nice. Luis Alberto. I don't know who that guy is here. Esteban Cruz Niño. I don't know. I'm sure he's part of the and something with the book. But he signed it for me, which was cool. This one is El Infierno en la Tierra. El Infierno en la... Oh, it's got two authors. El Infierno en la Tierra. So there's a few of them there, and then I started asking about which one I would like. So she said, "Do you like horror?" And I said, the person who was talking to me about this, she said, "Do you like horror?" And I said, "Yes, I like Dracula. I like the classic horror stuff, vampire." So she said, "Oh, these are about this, these are about that." And this one specifically, she said, has a little bit of everything. Has a couple short stories and stuff on, what is this on? I forgot. It was just so much information yesterday. But I'm going to start reading this soon. And I love scary, or reading horror and scary stuff, like Stephen King type. But yeah, I can't wait to read this. El Infierno en la Tierra, Luis Alberto Suescun, perdón. Si no lo pronuncié bien, qué pena. Suescun. El Infierno en la Tierra. So this one is horror. I got some horror. Let's see what else. I got some more Dragon Slayer. These are smaller ones. Oh, the same Beba. I got a few of these. Oh no, these are the same ones. I'm repeating because I put them back in the bag. So yeah, I got that horror book, and similar to that book, I got another one. I found another author here from Bogota. Let's see if it's here. Oh no, it's here. I have 2 bags. I bought a lot of stuff yesterday. And there was so much stuff. I wish I had I wish I had more money so I could get more stuff. Anyways, this is new to me, but it looks very good. And I asked about it, and it's Sebastián Camelo, Bogotano, un autor de Bogotá. This is about I think it's like memoirs type thing, or a story about a cannibal, a person who eats people. So this is very scary. Oh, hello? What's going on? I'm running out of memory. Uh, I could be running out of. I'm sorry that something happened with the computer. Maybe the computer's running out of memory. Okay, so 26 minutes. So yeah, this I've never heard of Sebastián Camelo, but I asked about him, and so apparently él es de Bogotá. He's from Bogotá, Colombia. Sebastián Camelo, very very interesting. It's a story about a cannibal, and it's a scary horror, very good literature. So this is another one I got, which is something I want to start reading. So those are the two novels I got. I didn't get any more novels. Let's see. I got these from my dad. Wait, I got more Dragon Slayer. I got these. Right as I was leaving, I found these. Demon Slayer. Dragon Slayer, not Dragon Slayer. Demon Slayer. Castillo Infinito. So this is the movie. I got it. I saw the movie and I was completely blown away. So now I'm officially a huge Demon Slayer fan. I love Demon Slayer. It's very cool. I like it. I like it a lot. I really like anime, but I'm very it's very difficult for me to get into the story. Usually, but when I find something in anime that I like, I really stick to it, and I watch it a million times or 1,000 times or whatever. But this is an incredible movie. It's very nice. Very cool movie. I really think it's one of the great anime films of, I don't know, I would say this decade. I found this, another gem, a Bart Sears comic book, Justice League Europe. Oh, these are figures I'm gonna be studying soon and copying. Couldn't believe I found this, but I found this at Bart Sears in beautiful condition. Very beautiful condition. Well, so when I saw this, I was asking. This was a younger lady. I'm like, "Are you selling your comic book collection?" Because there was a lot of really nice stuff. There was a cable. There was a couple of Todd McFarlane's Spider-Man, the original ones. These are original, really good condition. Spawn. And she's like, no, it's not my comic book collection. I wouldn't sell my comic book collection. So, anyways, I found these in very good condition. This is in very good condition. This corner just seems like a little, but it's just a corner. Just like. Anyways, if you have heard of Bart Sears was a huge part of Wizard magazine. Wizard magazine was a pricing guide for comic books back in the 90s. And apparently he had a section on how to create your own figures and your own comic books. And I never got to see or I probably had it right there, and I had a lot of Wizard. I don't know. I had like over 10 Wizard magazines, and I never really sat down to read. Maybe look for this stuff, but Bart Sears was apparently a very important figure in Wizard magazine. But I'm very happy I found this. This is a gem. Bart Sears also has a couple of books out. Bart Sears Figure Creation, but that's not what it's called. It's called, I think they're out of print, but I think he's working on, he has a new book out. It's an art book. It's almost like an artist edition. Well, at least from the cover that I saw, it's him showing off his work, his inks. I think it's called the Black Art Book or something like that. It's available through his website right now. If you guys look on his website, but he has a couple of creation superhero. Anyways, look up Bart Sears, and his books are very, very good for. I'm trying to look for. Yeah, look at this stuff. I don't know if you can see this stuff right here. His figure drawing is superb. Specific line, specific structure. There's a lot of stuff here. Bart Sears stuff. So yeah, I'm a huge Bart Sears fan. Well, I don't know that much about him, but what I've been learning in the past few months, I'm really drawn to his figure drawing, and his books are available through his website. I'm following him on Instagram, and he's doing a lot of ink work and figure drawing. So yeah, I'm happy I found this. It's like a combination between like Silver Surfer and the Hulk. I think, I don't know. I'm not very, but they're like specific, like muscular, slender, but very. I'm trying to look for the right words. Structurally, it's very specific to his style and to his art. If you look at one of these figures and you're like, oh, I wonder who drew this, you know it's Bart Sears. It's specific to him and to his style. Well, I'm happy I found this. Bart Sears. I was looking and then, oh, could it be? I found Bart Sears at Sofa, which is very nice. Okay, I have a lot of stuff here. I don't want to. Okay, I got stuff here in the bag. No, this isn't Sofa. Something else. I have a couple stickers. I got some stickers. I got a Dexter. I love stickers because I put them on my computer. Every time I achieve something I achieve something new, I learn something new, I find out something new about programming, coding, or something, like I step up, a new level. I put a sticker, like I go into my drawer. I have these in my drawer, and then I put a sticker on the computer that I learn something new on. If I achieve, like I finished a book, for example, when I finish my comic book, I'm gonna put one of these on my computer. So this is Dexter from Dexter's Laboratory. If you guys don't know who that is, this is very, very cool cartoon. I love Dexter's Laboratory. This is more Demon Slayer. I keep saying Dragon Slayer. It's Demon Slayer. Demon Slayer. This is the Nezuko in Spanish. Nezuko. I'm watching it in Spanish, so this is Nezuko. And Black Sabbath. This is like a guitar pick. A Black Sabbath sticker. I may put this on my guitar. What's going on with the computer? So Black Sabbath. And how are we doing on time? Maybe I'm 35 minutes. And the Flash. I got some Flash for my computer. Maybe maybe one for my guitar. Maybe one of these. Maybe maybe the logo. But there's a lot of these. So there's